Hello, Pretty Geeks, and welcome back. I thought today was a lovely day to do a little mini craft kit. This one is one of the Make It Mini Foods, the Diner from Series 1. I've been waiting to do this one with y'all, and I thought before I go back to cleaning and doing my big house reset, because my little one is off doing her thing for the day, that I would spend some time on me and doing something that I love. And I love hanging out with y'all, and I love doing crafts. So let's see what we've got inside. So if you haven't seen these little craft kits before, essentially they are a miniatures kit that involves resin, UV resin, and sometimes you'll also get other plastics, maybe some polymer clay pieces, and other cute little accessories that you use to create a mystery food item. Now, I got mine a while back as part of a pre-order, but they're in a ton of stores now, and they have a few different designs as well. Cool. So this set, the diner set specifically, comes with these tiny tables that click together and will fit inside of these little bases. Sometimes they click in and sometimes they kind of just hang out. So I'm going to leave mine out of here because I have an idea for these little bubbles that I want to do something else with. And I'm on a little bit of spline, so pardon me. And these are the little accessories. You get a tiny tongs and a stopper. So the tongs aren't so much for placing materials as for testing the resin. They really want you to tap your resin to ensure that it's ready to be touched. If you need to manipulate anything inside of wet resin, and to make sure that you are not touching resin that might be hot, because sometimes UV resin can be a little bit warm because it heats up due to the chemical reaction. That piece goes right on the top here. I'm going to set it aside for now. We're going to keep saving these. I'll put this one aside. Our little paper clue here, right here. And we've got our instructions, our little readme, and it has all of our warnings and our clues. I read through a lot more of these on my first video, so go ahead and check that one out if you want a closer look at that. And then here is going to be our menu guide. So it's a bit like a collector's guide, like comes in most mystery kits. But the interesting thing about this kind is that it gives you the instructions on how to make everything right on the back here. So depending on what you get, all of the pieces that come inside, you'll know what you are actually making. So let's see. Nope, then we got another ad. So MGA is the company that makes a lot of other types of products. So your LOL Surprise and Sisters and all of that. These little Candy Crush girls, I love them. I love these ones with the little backpacks. They're adorable. Okay. Here we go. It says thank you and have a sunny day. So cute. Let's see what's inside. Looks like we are making either a drink or a parfait. We've got a very pretty fluted glass. Love it. And next up, this is going to be our piece of cutlery. And it's a spoon. So cute. Typically there's a spoon, a fork, or a knife. There's not typically both. Or sorry, two of anything. Oh, we got more strawberries. Last time we actually saved some of our strawberries. We saved both of our whole ones and a couple of our slices to use in the doll room. So I'm excited to have even more. And let's see what's next. Cake cubes. Cake cubes. So cute. Sun-baked sweets. Oh my goodness. They have a really beautiful amount of texture on them as well. Let's see if we can get them open here. Ooh. Oh, I'm a little fiddly. So these are our cake cubes. We've got beautiful amount of detail on every side of them. Very nice. And there's no food type labeling on this one or this one, whereas before they were saying like vitamin C and level of happiness and things like that. Let's see. So this one has that don't eat sign again, and it says 100% good stuff, vanilla cream. So if you haven't guessed it yet, we're making the strawberry parfait. And this one does have its tiny label. We have our 100% daily value of feel goodness, vitamin D, and total smiles. Super, super cute. And it did not come with a nozzle, though I see one pictured, so it might be stuck in a package. There we go. I didn't really use it last time, but just in case, I'm going to make sure I keep it and get its label off and make sure we're storing it upside down while we get set up. Alright. I did not get the cleanest tear on here, but we are doing the strawberry parfait. And we're going to put a little bit of resin in here, then cake, then strawberry, then cure, then resin, then cake, then whole strawberry, then cure. Of course, we're going to do it a little bit differently, but we've got a general idea of the order that it should be in. And because it's pretty hot and cloudy here, a lot of the time, I'm just very used to using my UV light, and I like how fast it is. It's actually oddly bright here at the moment, probably due to the amount of snow that we have. We have just gotten over a whole lot of blizzards lately. So I'm actually going to put this in here. I did wipe my fingers a little bit to get those off. And I'm going to roll this around the sides just a tiny bit for letting it sink in, and then I'm going to do a quick flash cure. So that means I'm going to move my resin out of the way, and I'm going to cure this first layer and make sure that it is hard so I don't have any sinking. So I'm going to use my big resin light and cook it for about 60 seconds. Now if you're doing a flash cure with a transparent or a translucent and ooh, yeah, that's toasty. Color, it would be a lot faster, but because this one's a little bit opaque, I wanted to give it a little extra time. So just like it's warmed, this is really quite warm. It feels like a light bulb that's been left on. Okay. So I am going to pop in a bit of my cake now, and see how that's kind of resting a lot nicer on top of here. I love that. I'm going to use these guys to drop some cake in. Going to put a drop of vanilla right on top. Good. And each time I'm making sure to cap it really well so no light gets in, and then I'm going to keep it upside down. Alright, and while that kind of just does its own thing and runs its own way down, I'm going to take a couple of these slices, and this might be easier with a proper tweezers, I realize, but I want to manipulate some of these more against the glass. So I'm going to dip it and get them kind of up against the glass so that when we get that next layer of resin in here, that we can make sure that we are seeing them. Good. Perfect. Okay. And I want them to have some depth and dimension to them, so they are going to be in a few different spots. And I'm going to flash cure it. This time I'm only going to do about 30 seconds just to lock these in place, because I'm immediately going to put some more on top. And here we go. Great. Now there is a lot of areas that's been kind of left behind here, so we're going to fill in that open space now, okay? We're gonna open this guy back up. Where's my little friend? Here we go. And pour right on top. We're gonna let it run in and do its own thing here. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we have plenty left. Not a problem. And you know it is going to hide a lot of the beautiful work that we've done, and that is okay. That's its job right now. Okay, our strawberry parfait is going to have layers, and that is how it should look. Okay, and while that is making its way down there, we're going to help it along by adding some delicious cake pieces and finding the very perfect spot for our spoon. So we want it kind of hidden in here. We want it on more of an angle. There isn't like a whipped cream to work around this time. So we can kind of do a lot of playing with it. You know, we can even make sure that we have a little something on the spoon itself. Right, like we're about to take a really delicious bite. And I want to make sure that we really see more of this strawberry here. So I'm going to put another one right up against our glass. Whoop. Let's try that again. And we're getting a lot more depth this way as well. You know, and you can do this really any way that you'd like to. You know, you could do a detail all around the top with some strawberries, doing like a little design flat against the top. I think that would be so super cute. But when I think about a dessert like this, that would be how I would eat it. I would be such a mess. I would kind of just destroy it, I think. You know, sometimes these desserts, they look so beautiful. That beauty only lasts just a minute before you kind of tear it apart to eat it. And that's when we start reaching that end little bit. So I want to make sure that we lock all of our friends here in place, and we are going to store this upside down because I am not done with this design. But we do want to make sure that we have a good amount covered, and we're really filling these guys in. Okay, so got some good dimension going on, and I'm pretty happy with our spoon placement. You got to be happy with it because once it's glued in, it's not moving. That resin is quite a little cement here. So I think I'm going to actually put this right in here on our spoon, so it's that perfect bite of custard and cake and strawberry. Perfect. And then we go for a cure. I'm going to cure this one a little bit longer this time, and I'm going to put it on my 99-second cure because on this machine it actually ramps it up and then cools it back down so it doesn't get super hot. Alright, this way she is warm but she's not too hot. And look at that. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy we got a nice uneven texture going in here. It looks like it just went in and swirled it up, and that makes me so unbelievably happy. Oh, I'm loving it already. So I'm going to go in just one more time with our cream, and it might take a little bit of work to get it out, but it's been sitting upside down. Oh, thank you, my friend. Good. Good, good, good. And let's see here. I think I want to put some more cakes on top. Part of me wants to save the cakes and make like a little plate of petite fours. I think that would be a super cute little dessert table. But at the same time, I really want this to be a little bit extra. And That's what we might do. Maybe we'll do a little bit of both. I want to add some more to this one. And if we have time, if we have materials for more, then we'll make some more. I did order 2 more of, not this version of the kit, the cafe series. So I'm excited for those ones. Those ones should be here pretty soon, actually. I haven't tried those, but I think it'll be a nice addition, and there's some more types of food and some more like homey type foods. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I'm going to let this one settle just a little bit more. I want a little bit more against the glass right here. So kind of twist this around and around. Make sure that that really makes its way in there. What do you think? 2 strawberries on top or just 1? Kind of like the idea of just 1. You know, that leaves us with 1 extra of both of these. Kind of want to work that. Let's work this in here, right? It's a little messy. And I really want just a little bit messy right now. What do we think? Just a nice blank spot. Let's get that in there. Alright, that one needs a little bit more cream right there. There we go. I definitely put a lot more cream in the cup itself than was pictured. They really separated the layers a bit more. And you had a lot better definition of the cake in the example version. So if that's more your thing, definitely do it that way. And if you like it messier, then do it messier, or however you like it. You know, it's your project. There we go. I'm gonna make this one look like it's kind of falling out. Let's see if I can do that. Like we're mid-scoop, you know? So I think that means we're going to have to freeze it while my light is on. So let's get it in place and loop and hold it. I know you guys can't see what's going on. Right now I'm holding it in place. Ah, perfect. All right. So I'm going to cure this, and alright, it is just about perfect. I got just the angle I wanted. I trimmed a little bit of flash off and pushed up a little bit on our spoon itself, and now I just want to add the tiniest bit more cream on here. Tiny bit. And I'm going to move that around quite a bit because I don't want a puddle of cream here, but I do want it to look pretty realistic. So no neat and clean pieces should be here. Get into all of those little spaces along the top. Good. And I'm gonna kind of scoop and twirl here, and it was very neat with my cup, and I really want some more on the actual rim. You know, you want it to look like they are coming out. So oddly enough, it is actually so bright today that it is being a little bit finicky with trying to dry on my tools. not something I am particularly used to here. Obviously, you guys see some of my videos that it is often really terrible lighting. And right now, I don't have any of my special lighting on. So, I think that is where I want to be with that one. I'm going to cure my tools because they're a little messy. And then I'll show you guys how it turned out. And here's our final piece. This one's a little bit trickier to get that extra dimension in. We have a few more bubbles, but I am pretty happy with how its details turned out, and it looks like it is mid-scoop and mid-little mess. So, how did I go? Why don't you let me know how you like it, what you think of these craft kits, you know, if you like seeing them, and let me know how you would have done this one. You know, would yours have been closer to the picture with the big gaps in between? Do you like the mixed together kind of smoothie looking version, or would you have done something else? Personally, I like the way that I made it, and I'm really happy that they gave us enough materials that we can either do as they show or really kind of make it our own. I think it would be cute to have a put together version like that in our little shop that we have in our doll room. But I'm really looking forward to posing this one with the dolls, and yeah. That's all I have for y'all today. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me, and bye-bye.